Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, so this is going to be a bonus general message. So these are the ones where I usually start out with some anecdote, something real that happened, usually pertaining to my puppy dog. Um, my puppy dog was babysat, doggy sat yesterday for me while I had a dental appointment, and it was way longer and way more painful than I'd expected. But when I got home, um, he was released and he came running. It was like a scene from a movie. He came running and leapt into my arms. It was amazing. It was amazing. So I don't know, maybe somebody wants to run into somebody's arms. Maybe there's a joyful attempt at reconnecting. We have this Nine of Swords here. Nine of Swords is stress. Hi, Denisa. Hi, love. Great to see you. But maybe somebody wants to run into somebody's arms and there's a lot of stress. We've got that Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords is definitely the kind of energy of stress, but somebody wants to fix something. You notice they're walking along this kind of polluted, dirty river, but they have their like wrench here saying like I'd like to fix some things. I'd like to maybe put things back together. So nice to see everybody. I'll say hi properly here at the end. All right, but you guys, thank you so much for being here today. I hope everybody's Tuesday is starting out beautiful. We got a Knight of Wands and it is upright. There is passion here. Now the Knight of Wands gets a bad rap for being a player, when in fact, usually they are filled with like ideas and passion and they go, I want to rush over here and I want to take action, even if that action maybe is not going to yield the most perfect outcome because maybe they do it a little impulsively and they don't really have the staying power and it's not super well thought out. But they are an action taker and particularly motivated by matters of the heart for this particular night. So he's stressed out. And I think he's stressed out because he wants to fix something. Now, and I say he, but please remember this could be a feminine just as easily. This comes across as, I'm sorry, right now I'm hearing Jay-Z, ladies as pimps too. Go and brush your shoulders off. Sorry, I don't know. I love Jay-Z. I love rap music as a whole. So that just popped into my head. But this could be a woman or man, does not matter. We get the Ace of Swords. Oh, this thing went south. This connection went south in a big way because we have like on the head of this statue, the head itself is sitting down here, right? Instead of being attached. So I'm going to say that this relationship got cut off. Maybe it's because somebody was a player. Maybe that's actually what happened. And boy, do they regret that. If this person was looking in someone else's direction, you know what? They lost the prize. And this is stressing them out in a big way. Hold on. Let's ask. Let's not assume that that's what happened. With the, I hold on. This still looks like everything was picture perfect at one point in time, right? Six of Cups, soulmate energy, Knight of Cups. You know what I think this might have been is a storyline where, because it's a soulmate, the soulmates do return to each other. And because it was picture perfect, but they were in some ghost town still. And because we have the desire to move forward and offer real emotions, but like not yet. I'm wondering if they met the right person for them, but they weren't done playing the field. It's like, it's almost as if I know that they're really special. I don't know what that means yet, but I'm thinking that somehow, some way, I'll figure out what it means. I know that it's like if you are shopping for a car and you're like, I have a pretty good idea of like, that one is amazing. I think that's the car I want, but that's more expensive. I don't know if I can afford it yet. And I'm not really sure, could I even achieve that? Let me consider some other things first. Well, the problem is we're dealing with romance and not cars. So if they saw someone, they recognize somebody as, you are a soulmate to me. God, you're what I would want to be with if I thought I could be with someone like you. But right now, you're a beautiful work of art, and I'm over here in this ghost town. I am so not ready for a soulmate energy, even though if the day that I bring my real emotions to someone, it would be you, but it's not today. So they may look like a player because essentially we've just described somebody who might still have been out there pursuing avenues and options. Well, that gave them the reputation now of being a player, even if they knew who their person was. And that might be the worst bit of this, because they knew who their person was, yet they didn't go for that. They didn't, pursue what they should have. Ace of Swords is here because that definitely was the termination of the relationship. And they know all this. They know these are our core cards here, those first three. So they know exactly why this is over, and they know what reputation they've earned, and they know this is what they would most like to fix. They're very, very stressed out. Well, I don't have any compassion for that. They made their choices, they did their thing, and they knew that this was important, even if they weren't ready for it. There's big deal. So now they're all stressed out. Well, you should be, because you found somebody amazing, but you decided not to go that route. So you own your own actions, right? That's all I think about that, is they own their own actions. You did what you did. Okay. So at this point, character, what are you going to do? You're going to sit and stew in your stress and your worry that you lost a really amazing person because you weren't ready for an amazing person yet. Knight of Coins. Yeah, kind of. They're going to sit and stew, but they're going to try to, what I would say is they're actually not going to sit and stew. They're going to sit and like bake in this stress, this unhappiness of what they've done. Okay, they made some really, really, really poor choices, undoubtedly. And with that Knight of Coins, with them moving forward at kind of a snail's pace, we got a Six of Swords upright as well. They're hoping, I think, that if enough time passes, then like what happened in the past might be a little bit forgotten. Maybe if enough time passes, even though they got cut out of this person's life, their soulmate's life, for their player ways, they weren't offering anything anyway. They offered passion and nothing more. They may have bounced in and bounced back out. So and somebody said, you're bouncing in and out, forget it. There's no way that you're only dealing with me. Forget it. You're gone. I don't deal with players. They're thinking that if enough time passes, the memory of that behavior will somehow fade. This doesn't look like a grown-up yet. This looks like, they keep coming up as a knight, and I'm not surprised, because you need to become kings, queens, emperors, and empresses before you're ready to actually put in genuine effort, because genuine effort requires genuine responsibility. And this character does not show up as responsible at all in this message. They may want this. They want to, their idea is like, oh, someday we're going to cuddle again while we're watching, a drive-in movie. They think about the romance. Like, this person seems to be lost in the fluff of things, the romance, the passion. So what I would argue is they're still just a knight. And you can be a knight. Everybody's a knight at some point as they're learning and growing, but they met a Six of Cups. And this is, soulmates can be the people that we learn lessons with or from. Doesn't mean that they're the ones that we stay with, but this is an important phase of this knight's journey, even though I don't see them getting the important lessons figured out yet. That's what I would say. I don't see the important lessons clicking for them yet. I got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. This element of worth and value is still the core problem, because if they don't really feel like they have the worth and the value to be with this person, just like they knew that this was a soulmate, but they weren't going to try to lock it down with a soulmate, even though someday that's the person I'd want to give my emotions to. But in the meantime, I like to run around with other people. But oh no, now I lost my soulmate. Oh gosh, it really sucks. I really blew it with them. And it's like, but what did you think was going to happen? Because you met somebody amazing. You didn't move toward them. You didn't offer them. Quit thinking about you and your fears and start thinking about you're disrespecting your soulmate. That's what I would say this is about. And they haven't flipped their perspective over yet, because they're still in a capacity of, but I'm not good enough to be with that amazing soulmate. That's why I'm still running around with other people. but oh, I'm losing my soulmate. It's always about me, me, me. I mean, I can't be with them. I'm not good enough yet, but I really want them. And I'm losing them and I'm sad about that. And all I want is to go to a drive-in movie theater and make out with my soulmate. No, 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 no. This character, they've got to stop putting the focus on basically like the least important aspects. And they have to quit just thinking about it from their own viewpoint. And they have to start realizing, if this is an amazing person, have you treated them amazingly? Have you treated a soulmate like they are the valuable, incredible, beautiful, gorgeous, handsome, awesome person that they are? Because if you haven't done that, you got problems here, and you're not seeing where the real problem is. We got the 10 of Wands in the reverse. They're not seeing where the real problem is. This person is, maybe just because there is this level of immaturity and this level of lack of personal confidence, that's why they can't puzzle this out yet, is what this kind of seems like. This feels to me like they keep sitting in stress, and they can't seem to break out of that pattern because they're not looking at it from I met an amazing person. I want to treat amazing people really well. Okay. Now it's not about them anymore. It's about, how do you treat somebody that's really awesome? You treat them like they're really awesome. You don't disrespect them. They have, because of their own fears, they have disrespected a very important connection. And then losing that important connection makes them feel bad again. So they keep compounding the issue instead of getting out of their own way, essentially. This is somebody who's like, laying underneath like a car and trying to lift the car and wondering why it's not working. Get in the car and drive it. Like they keep going at things in the wrong way. So they're in a lot of distress right now. And that's kind of their thing to deal with. They've got work to do. But 8 of Swords, they keep saying, I can't like change the way I'm doing things. I keep messing everything up. Baby, the only thing you're messing up is the fact that you're not changing. If they could change even a little teeny tiny mindset, if they could make it bizarrely not about them and more about ask themselves the right questions. Did I treat an amazing soulmate like they were amazing? God, no. Actually, I went out and dated other people. Okay. Stop. Full stop right there. Think about that first. That's the first thing to do, to consider how your actions have impacted the person that you say you love and respect and are pining for. If they could do that, they might start getting on the right track. Instead, they keep focusing only on themselves and how they don't feel good enough and how they keep messing up, but they're not really doing anything to change the, perceived mess up that they make. 8 of Cups says they have to cut ties with something. What is it that they need to cut ties with? 9 of Pentacles upright. Either they have, I'm almost thinking that they're, for some reason, they keep coming back around to like a family, or I'm going to say family, but family they think is supportive, when in fact, I think it's keeping them immature. Maybe every time in life that they need a little support, they go back to the nest, and then their family is, yay, you're the best boy, the best girl, and here's some money, and don't you worry. Maybe their biggest problem, because we said all along they're not mature. And then they go, oh man, I messed that up. I'm sorry, that's my oh man, I messed that up voice. I don't know why that's the way my voice goes when I'm like, because it feels childish and it feels like they're bummed. And I picture somebody like, standing there kicking a rock and hang dog and just, it just feels like a little kid who's like, yeah, I messed that one up. I biffed pretty hard, and it looks like they've got to stop that. But as long as they keep running back home to be enabled by making themselves feel good, not because they really did good grown-up things, but because that's where they get the feel goods. That's where they, oh, we love you so much. You're perfect. You can do no wrong. And then they have this inflated idea that how they're acting is just fine and dandy. They need to quit doing that. This is a character, I know that sounds weird, like, why do you have to break ties with a supportive group? Because everything here says it's not supporting them. It's keeping them stuck. It's enabling them to never grow up. And it's enabling them. I'm sorry, this is such a harsh message. I will read whatever fictional story comes out, good, bad, or ugly. This one is pretty rough, but they are wanting, every time that they actually have screwed something up, they rush back for a false sense of a pat on the back. And as long as they do that, oh, don't you worry, honey, that Six of Cups, that soulmate, they probably weren't good enough for you anyway. Who cares that you're not with them? Who cares that you went out and dated all these other people instead of the person that you really loved? You know what? That person that you love, they probably couldn't have done right by you. You need to keep looking. You should stay single until somebody treats you right and chases you around and buys you a mansion. If that's the kind of support they're getting, it's inflating their egotistical idea that they're a little prince or princess while simultaneously not addressing the real underlying issue, which is they don't really feel good enough. That's the ironic thing. They get a false sense of a puffed up head every time they run home to get some support that is really enabling them to never mature. Because remember, we saw the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse for them. They don't think they're good enough to be with the person that they love, but then they run home or they run to whoever this is that gives them this false sense of support, and they need to quit doing that. They need to cut ties with people that tell them what they want to hear, but not what they need to hear. I know I sound so mean today. This is like Tough Love Tuesday. Maybe we should call it that. Tough Love Tuesday. Maybe I'll start doing that. One tough love message every Tuesday and see how many people hate me after that. Look, I think this character does need a reality check because they keep having hollow victories, right? The Five of Swords is, I mean, who wants that? Yeah, you won the prize, and the prize is you got nobody around you that you actually love. You can date all kinds of empty, hollow relationships. You can seduce whoever you want for one night of passion that is utterly and completely meaningless to try to drown out the despair that you blew it with somebody that you really adored. And you can keep ignoring the fact that you blew it because you're not growing up. You don't feel good enough to treat a really good person really good. So instead you dishonor them, you go out and you do more crappy stuff, makes you feel crappy. And then you run home to get a pat on the head and be told you're the best boy, the best girl, and you won't grow up. Well, then this is what they're going to end up with. They're going to have, I'm the best boy or girl, then why am I freaking miserable? Why won't the one person on earth that I love more than anybody, why won't they speak to me ever again? Because I dishonored the connection, and I feel like crap about that too. This is like we're doing a deep dive here on the reason a player stays an immature player when it's not even making them happy. Why would you not be with the person that you love? Because they've got kind of these layers of insulation around them. That I love that song by Millie Jackson, or her cover of it. I love Millie as a whole. Oh gosh, the Music Man. She said something about like but you surround yourself with people who demand so little of you, but nobody sings a love song quite like you do. And she's basically saying, at one point, he wrote these beautiful songs for her. He's this amazing, talented, everybody loves this person. And then eventually he winds up, basically she says, but then you changed the words and added harmony, and you sang the song you'd written for me to someone new. A great song. But in particular, she's letting go of somebody where she's looking at him going, I know that you love me, and then you screwed it up with me because you want easy. You want to not grow up. You want to be celebrated. You want to hear the people that are the yes men that talk in your ear, that tell you you're awesome. You're awesome. You don't need to change a damn thing. You're never going to grow. And it sucks, but nobody sings a love song quite like you do. She can see it. And I feel like that's the message here for the Six of Cups. Our Six of Cups, this is Millie Jackson right here. Bow to the queen. Let me tell you, she's amazing. But even though his soulmate can see it and they know it, and they know that this person who they know that this character loved them, and they also know that this person is not breaking out of their teenage mentality. They can't seem to break away. And until they can get away from whoever this is in their family group, and I do think it's family because it's coming home, whoever it is that they run home to, it is the worst thing in the world for them to have the pseudo support of their family, because their family is not holding them to any level of like accountability and maturity for their own actions. Their family is like the ultimate enabler. So if that's what they keep choosing, I think the soulmate already knows, I know you loved me and you messed this up good and proper, because really you're acting like you're only 17 when you could be, 55 years old, but you're still avoiding responsibility. So keep winning those hollow victories, but you can't have me. You can't touch me because your dirty hands have been touching other people, and that's what you're going to win. You're going to end up alone, or you're going to end up with being an aging player. And I know you loved me, and I'm the one thing you can't have anymore. Like, that's what this is. That's what this is. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. I'm noticing some of the comments. Okay, so this is a story of the karmic justice. And we're going to end it here because I feel like there's sassy Kate, but this almost sounded like spiteful Kate. I don't mean it rude. I didn't pick the cards. It's how they came out. But this is what someone's outcome shall be if they continue to refuse to grow, and if they keep choosing pathways of, let me hear all the good things that I want to hear that aren't even true about my own self, that prop me up, when really I should be looking in the mirror and seeing what I'm not doing well enough. Not all kinds of support are actually good support, because support has to be truthful too. This character has false support, and they know it, but they won't cut ties with it because it feels good and it helps them feel not bad about the bad mistakes they keep making. But that means they won't ever change and stop making those mistakes, and they have all the power to do it. This character is not doomed unless they want to stay lazy. And if they want to stay lazy, then they're going to get exactly what their laziness gets them, which is, well, at some point they probably won't be able to get those hot dates anymore either, the superficial ones, because an aging player is, they start to probably not be so attractive anymore to anybody, because it's all superficial. They're not happy. That's going to be oozing out of their aura. It's going to be showing up that I've made these mistakes. I wish I hadn't made these mistakes. And now this is who I am, because I think it's going to weigh heavier and heavier. But that seems to be what they're headed for, unless they turn this around. And you can always turn it around, but I don't know if they will. Okay. Well, that was like the most unsugar-coated message I may have ever told. That is what it is. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for hanging with me today. EM, hey, darling. Denise, you were first in the house today. Hi, little Mexican. Great to see you. Sangvi Jin Mark, hello, darling. Good to see you. Koizushima, Amy, hi. Oh, you guys are so awesome. Hey, Christina Richardson. Great to see you. Oh, so much better, Shell Hamilton. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm still a little puffy in my face from the dental procedure, but at least I'm not, like, I was numb for hours and I was like all blown out. So yeah, yesterday I was kind of a mess, and I waited hours thinking I was gonna be able to do some videos, and I tried one and it was awful. I deleted it. It was like a 13-minute long video and I deleted it because it was awful. I was all slushy. Crystal Suzanne, great to see you, honey. Hi, Patricia Fugator, great to catch you. Innocent Sword, nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Hey, Sandra Luke, thank you for the hearts. Lainey Gomez, thank you. Callie Kiwi. I know, I did sound like Eeyore, didn't I? Hey, Corabelle. Thank you, Callie Kiwi, for accepting my rather rude delivery today. Broken Bee for Bliss, you vote for Tough Love Tuesday. Hey, RS. Slay Princess, thank you. Thank you. Little Mexican, thank you. You still love me even on Tough Love Tuesday. Awesome. Hey, Betsu. Thank you for being here. Victoria Knox. Hey. Hey, Dad Bod. Great to see you. Love your name. That's awesome. Hey, Samira. It was Tough Love Monday also. Uh, Barbara, how are you? It's been a minute. So glad to catch you on a live. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. America's Railroad. Do you really work for the railroad? Oh, I love trains. You have no idea. Train travel is my most favorite way to travel, also. Oh my gosh, incredible. I've done a significant amount of train travel. So thank you. Thank you for keeping the trains going. Uh, no need to pardon your French, Victoria Knox. You're fine. Andrea likes music. Great to see you, sweetie. Hey, Marta's Manifestation. Hello. Anya Bizzo. You love Tough Love Tuesdays. Okay, awesome. Hey, Melinda. Thank you, honey. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Callie. You're so sweet. That is awesome. Barbara, I'm so thrilled. That's so cool. And yes, you should be proud of your company. What would we do without the rails? I mean, that's like so it's not even just taking train rides that are fun. It's moves a lot of really important products across the United States. So thank you. You do something amazing. All right, you guys, take care. I will see you guys again very soon. We've got a lot of zodiacs to get caught up with. I've got to do ophiuchus today. I owe Gemini one. I owe Capricorn one. So we'll be getting caught up. Lots of love to you too, Callie. Thank you, honey. Hi, Charismira. Did I say your name right? Cresimira? Did I say that better that time? Please forgive me. Thanks, EM. All right, you guys, take care. Bye for now.